Hey kids, comics! Silver-haired Bronze Age babe here, yakking about her comic book collection, and today talking about something that I have noticed recently, because it takes me a long time to notice things. Spread around here, you'll see that I've got some of the anniversary issues that have come out of DC books that I've followed over the years. The latest one is that Detective Comics, the number 1000, the landmark issue. I'm also kind of intrigued by the Action Comics one, the 1000th issue there. I think they do a great job of celebrating, their runs in history, and it's interesting, and I think they are right to throw themselves a little bash. It was not always thus. Here's some examples from my collection of anniversaries that have kind of not really been made the most of, one guesses. This is the 400th issue of Detective, and the thing that makes it intriguing is that it's the introduction of Man-Bat. It just seems to coincide with the 400th Smash issue. Over at Supergirl and Adventure Comics, they celebrated the 400th issue with one of my all-time favorite covers, as we've talked about, something that just lends itself to a variety of interpretations, but not really having anything to do with, hey, let's celebrate our history here. Going back even further, when I was a kid, it was a big deal when Superman 300 came out. This was part of my subscription, and it showed up in the mail, and I even knew then that, oh my gosh, this is going to be super collectible, this is going to be so great, I'm going to be rich whenever I decide to sell this. So naturally, I couldn't keep my hands off of it, and so it's in ratty condition, but I still love it. But again, that was kind of in the mid-70s. That counted for, we're going to have a big celebration here, so here we go. Before that, though, it was even weaker. Brave and the Bold, this is their 100th issue, and they managed to come up with something across the top that said Spectacular 100th issue. Okay, thanks. Superman, here's his 200th issue. It doesn't even mention it. Number 200, world's best-selling comic magazine. Okay, thanks. Same thing with Lois Lane. She made 100 issues, and they made no mention of it whatsoever, and took no advantage of that at all. Although I do like the prison matron there, but it has nothing to do with celebration of 100 issues. And then finally in my collection, one I have been able to dig up is Action number 300. Again, no mention of the fact that this is the 300th issue of this iconic and historic comic book. Now, it's a historic and iconic story, but again, it's just so interesting if you compare what the company was doing, back in the old days versus what they do now. Times have changed. Thanks so much for stopping by. I'll see you next time.